To build a van, the smaller you go, the more challenging the engineering comes to see how we're going to adapt and fit all this stuff in such a small space. You know, working with a customer and walking through how their life is going to be on the road and being like, okay, so what are we going to do to make this work?
This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel, back here in Manasquan, New Jersey, and I met up with Chris with Sequoia and Salt. Today, he's going to give us a tour inside and out of the Nook, so join us.
What's going on, Patrick? Chris here from Sequoia and Salt Camper Vans. I have a new, really interesting floor plan for you today. This is called the Nook. So a little back story on the customer. They're looking for a van for, it's two people, but really gonna be used primarily with one person. So she wanted to have something that is just gonna be a really solid weekender, maybe some longer trips in the future, but for now we're gonna focus in on just having really good weekends. This is a Ford Transit 148 mid-roof 2500. So as you walk around, we didn't really add a ton to the exterior of the van to fit within budget. So we added some running boards, nice sturdy running boards. If we come to the back, you'll see our shore power connection, tow hitch receiver, some rear windows. As I open up, I'll just kind of go through the garage. We'll start with the garage on this one. And I'll tell you the reasoning behind that is because it's like 10 degrees here in New Jersey. It's windy, it's cold, and I want to get in that van. So come on, let's go through this. So on the back of the garage, you'll notice we added our fuse panel. It's got our breakers and our 12-volt fuses in here. Below that, outlet, garage lights. And we made the rear of the van pretty easy to access for serviceability. So this just tips over. You slide this out. Oh, hold on, a little angle here. So can you get in there? Yeah, there you go. This is the power system. So we went with a 460 amp hour lithium battery, our MPPT, Victron power system, 3000 watt inverter charger system. We started adding these great fans to our power systems to really suck out all of that hot air that's going to be inside of the unit. Nice and large for any sort of storage or serviceability, like I said before. Close this one up. This is a 12-volt water heater. It's a 110 or 12-volt water heater. We put a 20-gallon water tank. Very basic power and water system for what we do. But again, it was really important that we fit within the customer's budget, and this is how we did it. And everything is expandable in the system, so we could add more batteries if the customer needs to, but just to start, get out there. The way that I was taught, and I'm gonna explain this because I feel like this is really important. When I first started surfing, I was told, you cannot upgrade your surfboard until you learn how to surf on the surfboard that you have. So any customer that's gonna come to us, I'm going to challenge you, and I'm gonna say, you don't need everything under the sun. Like, let's get you exactly what you need to start right now and expand it for the future. So that's really important. So you see the back of the bed, a nice bamboo lip, bamboo ceiling. Let's go to the front of the van here. This is our water intake. So we like to do everything outside of the van. And then you have a gray water valve underneath. On the roof, we have a Dometic RTX 2000 AC unit. That's 12 volt. We have a 200 watt solar panel. And then behind that, we have our max air vent fan. As we enter into the cabin, you'll notice we have a nice drop down table. We had a good magnet in there, so it's self-supporting, or I mean, self-supporting, it magnetizes. On the side here, you'll notice that we added a sliding door with an integrated screen. We added a fascia for the bottom step here because if you know, if you've ever seen a transit van or you've ever built one out or have seen one with a big white spot, there's kind of an eyesore in these vans. And so we added a fascia there to block that. The cabinets on the outside, this is a nice hard shell laminate. We build we use this laminate quite often. It's very durable and it has a nice texture to it as well. Our flooring, we went with a company called 2Tech2, and this is it has a nice insulation feature and padding underneath the flooring, and it's very, very durable. So if you're someone who gets out, gets dirty, that's a good floor for you to have. As we enter into the cabin, Patrick, get in here. I know he wants to get in here so bad. Get in here, go, go. All right, so this is gonna look a little darker, but I tell people I'm 5'10" or 5'11", but in reality I'm 5'7" or 5'8", but I'm not gonna let you know. This ceiling right here is a mid-size, so you can get a good sense how much space I have above my head. So I wouldn't say I'm uncomfortable in this van for my height. You know, if you're standing straight posture, yes, but if you're just standing like regular posture, you can get around this van just fine. You see we added 2 swivel seats in the front with a lagoon table for them to share. On the floor, we added, the flooring we use is called Cusa, so we did a 1-inch Cusa floor. It's a fiberglass composite board, which is it's used in boat decking, and that's what we use underneath our floor. And then we added a shower pan that's built right into the floor. The way that you're going to use that shower is we have a shower curtain that will click in to the ceiling, and then this shower pan's a special shower pan that's it's magnetic. So the magnets will stick to the bottom there, and that'll fully encase you in that shower. Instead of going with a regular fixture in the sink, we added a quick connector port, and then you can just quick connect here. And what's nice is that you can use this as just a regular for your sink. Just click it on, use it as a sink, or you can take it, pull it off, connect it in here, and then use it as your shower. Instead of having to take off the front part of a, you've probably seen a video or a few videos on, this is the easiest way that we figured that this could work for us. All right, so on this side, we have our large driver's side galley induction stovetop. On the wall, you'll notice this is our switch panel here. It's nice, you can pull this entire thing out. Everything is accessible in the back of it. This is our Velvet gas heater, our water tanks, our fresh water, our gray water, our energy switch for our Victron system, gray dump, inverter switch, and then your lights, accent lights. So we like to add these accent lights on the bottom, which is really nice. Also in the galley, we have a 110 outlet with USB built into it. So we have USB and USB-C. Our walls, we go with our traditional shiplap walls that we make in-house. If you notice in between the walls, this is where there's going to be seams in the van. So we add a nice trim, and you'll see that we extend the trims throughout both sides of the vans and all the way back. Our ceiling is a bamboo ceiling, and our trims are also bamboo, which is really nice. We added some L-track on both sides of the walls. What's great about the L-track is it gives you a lot of different options. They make L-track clips, L-track loops. In this case, we went L-track clips. And so the customers, we got the customer some soft bags that she'll bring along with her for some added storage both on both sides. So I'm gonna work my way down here. So we have an induction stovetop that's inset into our bamboo countertops. Locking drawers with dovetail construction. This is our cat storage box. This is where she's going to have the litter box for the cat. Again, with a nice lock on it. Nice big deep drawer. This is a portable toilet. So if you've seen some of our past videos, I'm absolutely obsessed with all the bag toilet options out there. This option is really great because, you know, you do your business in it, you click a button, it heat seals it, and then cuts it off. So it'll cut off the bag. You put a little pan, like a little garbage pail, your garbage pail for your kitchen. You'll probably put it underneath this. Click the button, and it'll just drop it right into the garbage pail. And there's no off-gassing inside of your van for 30 days with that bag in there. So that's quite amazing. Some more drawers. This is just an access hatch for our heater, which is behind that. This is the Isotherm 65 drawer fridge. It has a little freezer section inside. Another drawer. Tip out for your sponges. Tons of space underneath that. I'll show you this one. There you go. I'm going to show you that one next. So we went with just shelves inside, with some shelf pins, so she'd like to move it around depending on what her storage is at the time. A Contour RV microwave. Another drawer that I'm going to show you in a second. And then our access to the rear of the van. All right, so above me, just to sort of finish out the rest of what you see here, this is our Dometic RTX 2000, and then with the bamboo face trim. This is the Max Air vent fan. And if you see what we did is we kind of padded out the side of it. It looks like, it's hard to see, it looks like a shadow, but we padded it out so that it can sit flush in this space. If you notice that the ceiling and the roof inside of this van is quite bowed, we wanted to maximize the amount of space for her to walk in the center of it. So by doing that, we had to make some exceptions, which is like how we finished that. On this wall, this is the Duetto Gen 3, which is that 12-volt hot water system that you saw underneath. Again, we have another outlet over here. So this bed works in two different sections here. So you can slide out this section and you can pull the bed all the way open. It comes with two mattresses. If you were going to use it in this orientation, that's where you're going to pull this drawer out to help you get right inside of bed, which is really, really nice. And then you push this away. You slide this into position 1, lock it off, and then you can open up this position, which is nice because we made it a nice drawer as well, and it helps you get it on and off the bed.
That's pretty clever. I like the fact that you could sleep east to west and north to south. So if you're a solo traveler and you're under 6 feet tall, you could sleep side by side and still have a step to get into the bed. And if you have your partner with you, you could sleep north-south with them and another step to get into the bed. I love that. It's a pretty flexible space. And it's a small van, so she'll be able to parallel park it wherever she wants and not have any restrictions on size. And it's not as intimidating. Sometimes people get intimidated by the really tall vans.
Yeah.
So I'm 5'9". I can't stand up perfectly straight, but it's comfortable. It's
exactly.
very comfortable. And it still has a shower, which I think is great. It's right here by the door. It's not a big box that's taking up a ton of room every single day. You know, when you want to shower in it, when you're not going to the gym to shower or using the campground facilities, you have your own shower.
Yep.
And I never seen that brand of toilet before. I've seen a lot of the wrap-on toilets. Is this another one of their models or one of their competitors?
No, it's one of their competitors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I really like that toilet. I like both of the models. They both work for us. You know, a little incrementally different in sizes and functionality, but they're both really great options. I really like this van, and it's a testament to the creativity that's coming from Sequoia and Salt, because to build a van, the smaller you go, the more challenging the engineering comes to see how we're going to adapt and fit all this stuff in such a small space. You know, working with a customer and walking through how their life is going to be on the road and being like, okay, so what are we going to do to make this work? You know, like, you want to bring 2 people, then you want to use your, solo travel. I want to bring my cat with me. I want to have an inside shower. I mean, that's where we're shining in a van like this, is you can see that this has great functionality, great flow, maneuverability for a customer, and we kept it in such a small casing.
You really did. You really nailed it. There is a lot of storage in here. It's not the most roomy van in the middle, but you have the driver passenger swivel chairs, and these are most likely where they'll be sitting most of the day. Look how much room you have here in the front. And going back to the toilet, I like that better than the standard dry flush toilets that like twist the waste and store it. Because if you're not out camping every single day or every weekend, that waste is just sitting in that cartridge.
Yep.
And it's, sometimes people wind up throwing it away before the cartridge is used just because they're not going to be using the van for a couple months. Where this, the waste drops out each time and you throw it away. Exactly.
And I think depending on the amount that you actually go in the toilet, because a cartridge holds 17 flushes. So at 17 flushes, you can imagine if you're really using it often, 2 people to conserve flushes, you might have two people, you know, peeing in one go. So that bag could get really heavy for someone to get it in and out of the van as well. So I love options like this. I love the innovations that are coming like this year in the market, and like we're so on top of how we can better every single function of one of these vans. And like this is like, to hit what you were saying before, this is a really great person that plans on doing a weekend or a short trip. This is not a van that you could live in this, but this is not, the customer's need is not that. And if they did want that, then they probably would have gone with a larger van that had upper storage. But this is, I think, a grand slam for such a small van.
And everybody wants something different. I read all the comments in my videos, and everybody's like, oh, I would have done it this way, or I would have done it this way, right? Because that person has a different idea, different wants, and different needs, and different shapes and sizes than the next person.
Yeah.
So having a fully custom van is really a key for some people, because they can't find what they want, and you guys could build it.
Exactly.
I'll put those links in the description so viewers could click over to your website. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. See you soon.
See you soon.